Ladies and gentlemen, every morning is like a blank canvas waiting for your touch. You hold the brush, and the colors you choose will shape your day. Life may be uncertain, and there will be days when everything seems to blur into monotony. But within each sunrise, there is a chance to start fresh, to create small habits that can lift your spirit and heal your soul. Habits are like seeds. Once you plant them in the soil of your routine, they bloom into something beautiful over time. Start your day with stillness. In the gentle hush of the morning, when the world is still finding its breath, let your heart find its own quiet rhythm. This is not about checking your phone or scrolling through endless news feeds. It is about letting the silence hold you, even for a moment. Let this moment of stillness be your daily ritual, a sacred pause before you step into the demands of the day. There is something powerful in those first few minutes of the morning. They set the tone for everything that follows. Instead of racing into the noise and the rush, give yourself this gift of peace. Close your eyes and breathe in deeply. Feel the air fill your lungs. Feel it settle there, and let it go. Notice the way your shoulders relax, the way your thoughts start to slow. You do not have to force anything. Simply let the stillness be what it is, a soft blanket that wraps around you, calming your mind and quieting your worries. This is a habit, yes, but it is also an act of devotion. To start your day with stillness is to honor the part of you that longs for peace. Let this practice be simple. You do not need fancy routines or expensive tools. You only need a few minutes and the willingness to show up. Even if your mind feels busy, even if your thoughts jump from one worry to the next, let them be. Observe them without judgment. The power of this stillness is not in the absence of thought, but in the choice to pause, to be here fully, without rushing ahead or looking back. You might find that in these quiet moments, your heart speaks to you, softly, in whispers you might not hear when the day is loud. You might notice the way the light shifts through your window, the way the air feels cool on your skin. You might hear the birds outside, their songs reminding you that the world is alive and waiting. These small details become anchored, ground you in the present, reminding you that here, now, is where life happens. This stillness is a way of tending to yourself, of saying, I am worth this time. I am worth this breath. In a world that moves fast, that demands you to keep up, to be more, to do more, this pause is an act of courage. It says that you will not be swept away by the current. You will stand, if only for a moment, and find your center. As you practice this habit, notice how it shapes your day. You might feel calmer, more focused. You might find that the worries that felt so heavy in the night have softened a little in the light of morning. You might see that this small act of stillness makes the day feel more manageable, more gentle. It is not magic, but it is a kind of alchemy. It turns the rush of the world into something you can hold, something you can carry with grace. If you struggle to sit in silence, know that this is normal. The mind is like a river, always moving, always searching. Do not fight it. Let your thoughts drift by, like leaves on the water. Let them come and let them go. Each breath becomes a new beginning, a chance to come back to this quiet space inside you. It does not matter if you start with 1 minute or 10. What matters is that you begin. This habit of stillness is not about perfection. It is about presence. It is about creating a moment in your day that belongs only to you. A moment where you are not defined by what you produce or achieve, but by the simple fact that you are here. In this stillness, you remember that you are more than your to-do list, more than your fear. You are a living, breathing soul, and you deserve a moment to just be. Over time, this habit will become a sanctuary, a place you can return to, no matter how busy or chaotic life becomes. It will become a thread that runs through your days, weaving them into something stronger, something softer. It will teach you to trust yourself, to find your own quiet wisdom in the noise. Start your day with stillness, and see how it changes everything. Practice gratitude daily. It is such a small thing, really, but it can open your heart in ways you cannot imagine. Gratitude is not about ignoring what is hard or pretending that everything is perfect. It is about choosing to see the light even when the shadows are there. Every day, no matter how ordinary it seems, carries tiny moments of beauty. A smile from a stranger, the warmth of your bed when you wake up, the taste of your morning tea. These are gifts, even if you forget to notice them. Gratitude is the gentle art of remembering that life is a patchwork of little blessings. When you wake up in the morning, try to find one thing you are grateful for. It does not have to be something big or grand. It can be the way the sunlight hits your window, or how your breath feels in your chest. Steady and calm, let that feeling of thanks settle in you like a quiet river. Let it flow through you, washing away some of the bitterness, some of the doubt. Gratitude is like a balm for the soul. It does not take away the hurt, but it softens it. It reminds you that even in pain, there is something worth holding on to. As you move through your day, make it a habit to pause and notice the good. Maybe you see a child's laughter, or maybe you hear your favorite song playing on the radio. Maybe someone holds the door for you, or you catch the scent of flowers on the breeze. Let these moments be like little sparks of light in the corners of your mind. Collect them, hold them close. The world can be a harsh place, but these small moments of grace are your refuge. They are proof that there is always something to be thankful for, even on the hardest days. You might find it helpful to keep a gratitude journal. Nothing fancy, just a small notebook where you write down 3 things each day that made you smile. The act of writing them down makes them real. It is like planting seeds in your heart, seeds that grow into a garden of hope. Some days you might struggle to find anything at all, and that is okay. Even on those days, the fact that you are looking for something good is enough. It is the intention that matters, the decision to seek out the light. When you practice gratitude, you shift the way you see the world. Instead of focusing on what you lack, you begin to see what you have. You begin to see that life, in all its messiness, still has moments of wonder. Gratitude is a way of training your mind to look for the silver lining, to find the gold in the dust. It is a quiet strength, a reminder that you are not powerless, that you can choose how you see things. This habit will not change the world around you overnight. It will not fix everything that is broken, but it will change you. It will make you softer, more patient. It will teach you to slow down and really see what is in front of you. It will help you find meaning in the smallest details, in the quiet beauty that lives in the ordinary. Gratitude is the language of the heart. It speaks in whispers, but those whispers can echo louder than any storm. You do not have to force it. Gratitude is not about pretending to be happy when you are not. It is about holding space for both joy and sorrow, about letting them sit side by side in your heart. It is about saying, yes, today was hard, but still, there was something here that was good. Still, there was a moment that made me smile. In this way, gratitude becomes a light that guides you, a reminder that there is always hope, always something worth loving in this world. Breathe deeply and mindfully. This simple act, so often taken for granted, holds within it the key to grounding yourself in the present moment. In the rush of daily life, we forget to pause and simply notice the breath as it moves in and out of our bodies. Yet this breath, this quiet rhythm, is your anchor, your constant reminder that you are here, alive, and capable of finding calm, even when the world feels too much. When you take a deep breath, you invite yourself to slow down. You give your mind a moment of stillness, a pause to catch its breath as well. The inhale is a gentle act of receiving, a way of saying yes to life, to possibility. The exhale is a soft release, a way of letting go of what no longer serves you. Each breath becomes a small act of renewal, a chance to reset and begin again. Make it a daily habit to practice mindful breathing. Set aside a few moments each day, maybe in the morning when you wake, or at night before you sleep, or whenever you feel the weight of the world pressing on your shoulders. Find a quiet place if you can, or simply close your eyes wherever you are. Inhale deeply through your nose, feeling the air fill your lungs. Hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth, feeling the tension melt away. As you breathe, bring your attention to the sensation of the breath. Feel the cool air as it enters your nostrils, the warmth of it as it leaves. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the way your belly softens with each exhale. Let your breath be a guide, leading you back to yourself. Let it remind you that you are more than your worries, more than the endless to-do lists and the noise of the world. Mindful breathing is a way of returning home, of finding your center. It is a way of creating space between your thoughts and your reactions, of choosing how you want to move through the world. When you feel overwhelmed, come back to the breath. When you feel lost, let the breath be your compass. When you feel tired, let the breath restore you. This habit of mindful breathing is not about changing anything. It is not about fixing or controlling. It is simply about noticing, about being present. You do not need to force your breath or make it perfect. Just let it be what it is, a natural rhythm, always there, always waiting. Trust that this simple act can be enough, that it can offer you a moment of peace in the midst of whatever chaos surrounds you. With each breath, you remind yourself that you are here, that you are enough. You remind yourself that life does not have to be a constant rush forward. You can pause, you can rest, you can find calm in the simple miracle of breathing. This daily habit can become a thread of peace that weaves through your days, a quiet strength that steadies you when everything else feels unsteady. Over time, you may notice that this habit of mindful breathing changes the way you see the world. It may make you more patient, more gentle with yourself and others. It may soften the hard edges of your days, make space for kindness and compassion to grow. Each breath becomes a choice, a way of saying to yourself, I am here, I am present, I am alive. Let this habit be a promise to yourself, a promise to take a moment each day to simply breathe, to let the air fill you up and carry away the heaviness, a promise to return to the quiet place within you, to find peace even in the midst of uncertainty, a promise to honor the small, steady rhythm that has always been yours, the breath that carries you forward, one moment at a time. Choose kindness towards yourself. It is so easy to offer kindness to everyone else. You hold the door for strangers, you smile at someone who looks down, you offer words of comfort to a friend, but how often do you offer that same softness to your own heart? We are raised to believe that strength means pushing through, that we must be tough and keep moving no matter how heavy the weight becomes. But there is another kind of strength, one that grows in the quiet spaces of kindness. Each day, make it a habit to speak to yourself with gentleness. Notice the way you talk to yourself when you make a mistake. Notice the harsh words that slip into your thoughts, the way you scold yourself for not being enough. Pause and ask, would I say this to someone I love? Would I speak to my best friend in this way? If the answer is no, Then soften your words. Let them be a balm, not a blade. Let them be the voice that says, "It is okay. I am learning. I am growing." You do not have to earn your own kindness. You do not have to prove that you are worthy of care. You are worthy simply because you exist. This is a truth that is easy to forget in a world that measures your worth by your achievements. But every breath you take is enough. Every small effort you make is enough. You deserve kindness not because you have done something special, but because you are here, breathing, being. Kindness towards yourself is not about ignoring what you need to change. It is about holding space for that change with compassion, not cruelty. When you slip up, when you fall short of your own hopes, remind yourself that this is part of the journey. You are not meant to be perfect. You are meant to be real, to be human, to stumble and get back up again. Kindness is what helps you rise each time, what gives you the courage to try again. Treat yourself as you would treat a dear friend. When you feel tired, give yourself rest. When you feel overwhelmed, give yourself permission to pause. When you feel afraid, remind yourself that it is okay to be afraid. That courage does not mean you never feel fear. It means you keep going, even when fear is there. Kindness is the soft blanket that keeps you warm when the world feels cold. This daily habit of kindness can change the way you move through the world. It can soften the sharp edges of your days, make them feel a little less heavy. It can remind you that you are not alone, that there is a part of you that is always there, always rooting for you. Kindness is not weakness. It is the quiet strength that says, "I will take care of myself, even when no one else does." When you start to practice this habit, you might notice that your body feels lighter, your mind a little more at ease. You might find that you have more patience with yourself, that the small failures do not sting as much. You might find that the small victories feel sweeter, because you are not so busy tearing yourself down. You are building something instead, something tender and true. Kindness towards yourself is a choice you make each day. It is a choice to let go of the harsh voices, to let go of the pressure to be perfect. It is a choice to believe that you are enough, even in your messiness. It is a choice to be gentle, to be soft, to be real. And in making this choice, you begin to create a life that feels a little bit kinder, a little bit more like home. Find joy in the present moment. Life has a way of pulling us in every direction, scattering our focus into 1,000 pieces. We chase after the next big thing, the next milestone, the next source of validation. And in that endless pursuit, we forget the quiet joys that live right here, in the now. The present moment is where life happens. It is the only place where you can truly experience the sweetness of being alive. There is magic in the small things that you often overlook. The warmth of a cup of tea in your hands, the gentle murmur of the wind in the trees, the feeling of soft fabric against your skin. These are the tiny blessings that can fill your heart if you let them. Take a few minutes each day to pause and notice them. Let them be reminders that life is made up of these simple moments, not just the big, shiny achievements you're told to chase. Finding joy in the present moment does not mean ignoring the challenges you face. It means allowing yourself to see the good that exists alongside the heart. It is about holding both joy and struggle in the same breath, about choosing to focus on the light even when the shadows are long. When you train your mind to see the beauty around you, you begin to feel a shift inside. You start to understand that you do not need to wait for some distant future to feel happy. You can feel it right now, in the softness of your breath and the warmth of your heart. Practice this habit by starting small. When you eat your breakfast, really taste it. Let the flavors linger on your tongue. Let the act of nourishing yourself be a moment of gratitude. When you talk to someone, truly listen. Let their words wash over you like a gentle tide. Let yourself be fully there with them, even if just for a moment. When you walk outside, let your eyes drink in the colors of the world around you, the green of the leaves, the blue of the sky, the bright burst of flowers in bloom. Let these small acts of noticing become a habit that weaves joy into the fabric of your day. You might find that when you do this, your mind starts to slow down. The worries that tug at your thoughts begin to loosen their grip. You might feel a sense of peace, a quiet contentment that lives beneath the surface of your busy life. You realize that you do not have to wait for a perfect day to feel joyful. Joy can be found in the imperfections, in the quiet moments that so often go unnoticed. This practice is not about forcing yourself to be cheerful when you are not. It is about allowing yourself to be present, to see what is here with open eyes and an open heart. It is about creating space in your day for the simple pleasures that remind you why it is good to be alive. The world may be full of noise and demands, but within that noise there is a melody, a softness, a chance to find joy if you are willing to listen. Let this daily habit become a gentle invitation to live more fully. Let it remind you that you do not have to wait for things to be perfect, to feel gratitude for what is already here. Each time you find joy in the present moment, you are creating a life that feels more real, more connected, more alive. You are choosing to honor the sacredness of now, to find delight in the simple act of being present. You are choosing to make your days richer, not with things, but with moments that make your heart light up and your spirit feel at home. Let go of perfectionism. It is a heavy cloak to carry, this idea that you must always get everything exactly right. From the time you were young, you may have been taught that mistakes are failures, that falling short is a sign of weakness. But perfectionism is a lie that steals the joy from your days and the tenderness from your heart. Letting it go is not about giving up on excellence or ambition. It is about embracing the truth that life is messy, and that this messiness is where growth and beauty live. Every day, remind yourself that you are human. Humans are not meant to be perfect. They are meant to be real, to stumble and to learn, to try and to grow. When you cling to perfectionism, you deny yourself the freedom to be exactly who you are in this moment. You hold yourself to impossible standards, and in doing so, you shrink your spirit. You cut yourself off from the soft wonder of simply being alive. Letting go of perfectionism is an act of courage. It means allowing yourself to make mistakes, to show up anyway, to keep moving forward even when you are unsure. It means telling yourself that your worth is not tied to how flawless you appear, but to how bravely you live. It means choosing to celebrate the progress you make, not just the end result. Each small step, each tiny effort is worthy of recognition, even if it does not look the way you imagined. Start small. Notice the way you talk to yourself when things do not go as planned. Notice the harsh words, the silent scolding that creeps in. Gently challenge those voices. Ask yourself, what would it look like to be a little more gentle, a little more forgiving? What would it feel like to see your imperfections not as flaws but as signs that you are alive, that you are trying? When you learn to see yourself through the lens of compassion, you begin to soften the grip of perfectionism. Perfectionism can be a shield, a way of trying to protect yourself from criticism, from disappointment. But it is also a prison. It keeps you from exploring, from taking risks, from living fully. Letting it go is a practice, one you return to every day. Each time you catch yourself hesitating because you are afraid of not being good enough, take a breath. Remind yourself that good enough is more than enough. Remind yourself that your heart is big enough to hold both the messy and the marvelous. As you begin to loosen the hold of perfectionism, you may find that life feels a little lighter. You may laugh more easily at your missteps, see them as part of the dance rather than something to be ashamed of. You may find that you have more space to dream, to create, to love. The pressure to always be perfect begins to fade, replaced by a quiet confidence that grows from being true to yourself. This daily habit of letting go is not about lowering your standards or giving up on your dream. It is about finding the courage to be fully human, to stand in your truth, even when it feels a little unsteady. It is about recognizing that your humanity is not a weakness, but a strength. In the cracks and the rough edges, in the moments when you feel unsure, there is a tenderness that perfection can never offer. Letting go of perfectionism is a way of saying to yourself, I am enough, just as I am. It is a way of reclaiming your right to be here, to take up space, to live a life that feels real and whole. It is a choice to honor your journey, to embrace each moment as it comes, without the need to polish it into something shiny and neat. It is a choice to find joy in the imperfect, to trust that the beauty of life is not in its flawlessness, but in its wild, unpredictable, and perfectly imperfect. Make time for self-reflection. In the noise of everyday life, it is so easy to lose sight of who you are and what matters to you. The world moves fast, full of bright screens and endless chatter, and you can forget to pause, to look inward, to ask yourself the quiet questions that shape your path. Self-reflection is not about judgment or criticism. It is about listening. It is about giving yourself the space to breathe and to hear the whispers of your own heart. Every day, find a small pocket of time to sit with your thoughts. It does not have to be long. It can be 5 minutes in the morning or a few moments before you fall asleep at night. Let it be a gentle ritual, a way of coming home to yourself. In this space, there are no right or wrong answers. There is only the truth of what you feel and the tender honesty of your inner world. Let it be a space where you can lay down the masks you wear for others and simply be. Ask yourself, what am I carrying today? What am I grateful for? What am I afraid of? These questions are keys that open doors inside you, doors that lead to understanding and healing. When you take the time to reflect, you give yourself the chance to see your life with new eyes. You begin to notice the patterns that shape your days, the old stories that still echo in your mind. You begin to see the ways you have grown, the ways you still hope to grow. Self-reflection is not always easy. Sometimes it means facing the parts of yourself that you would rather ignore. The doubts, the fears, the quiet ache of old wounds. But it is in this gentle facing that healing begins. When you look at these parts of yourself with compassion, you begin to understand that they are not enemies to be conquered, but messengers asking to be heard. You begin to see that your struggles do not define you. They are simply chapters in your story, not the whole of who you are. Let this daily habit of reflection be a gift you give yourself, a chance to step back from the rush and remember what truly matters to you. It is a way of checking in, of making sure that the path you are on still feels like your own. It is a way of honoring your own voice, of trusting that you have wisdom inside you, even if it sometimes gets drowned out by the noise. As you practice this habit, you may find that your days begin to feel more intentional. You may find that you are quicker to notice when you are living out of alignment with your values, quicker to course correct when you start to drift. You may find that you are more patient with yourself, more willing to forgive your missteps, and to celebrate your progress. Self-reflection teaches you to be a little kinder, a little more open, a little more real. You do not need fancy journals or complicated rituals to begin. All you need is a willingness to listen. Maybe you write your thoughts down, letting the pen trace the contours of your inner world. Maybe you simply sit in silence, letting your breath anchor you as your mind drifts across the landscape of your life. However you choose to do it, know that this habit is a way of tending to the garden of your soul. It is a way of making sure that you are not just moving through life, but truly living it. In a world that tells you to go faster, to do more, to always be on the move. Self-reflection is a quiet act of rebellion. It is a way of saying, I will not be swept away by the current. I will stand still for a moment and remember who I am. I will honor the journey I have walked and the person I am still becoming. I will make space for the quiet truth that lives inside me, and I will let it guide me forward.